safety initiatives. The introduction of AI-based faceless e-ticketing system, together with expansion of the Safe City program, transformed traffic enforcement and strengthening road safety across the province. More than 1.07 million electronic tickets were issued through transparent and technology-based enforcement mechanism. Adopting a citizen-friendly approach, the government waived penalties for the first-time traffic violators to encourage compliance through awareness rather than punishment. To further strengthen the surveillance of public safety, 1,325 smart cameras equipped with facial recognition and automatic number plate recognition technologies were installed at strategic locations. In addition, 1,487 assistant sub-inspectors were recruited. Recruitment of 2,000 investigation officers was approved, and modernization work commenced on 40 model police stations across the province. So one of the most important achievements of the year was restoration of peace and security in the Katcha areas of northern Sindh through targeted anti-dacoit operations in Shikarpur, Kashmir and Ghodki, supported by an allocation of Rs 872 million. Law enforcement agencies conducted 141 encounters, eliminated 48 hardened criminals, made 140 arrests and secured 475 voluntary surrenders. Most importantly, approximately 115,000 acres of Katcha territory was cleared from criminal influence, restoring confidence among local communities and strengthening the writ of the state. Sir, I now turn to another important commitment of this government, that is empowering persons with disabilities, promoting inclusion and ensuring that no citizen is left behind in journey towards progress and power and prosperity. During the current financial year, significant progress was achieved in expanding rehabilitation services, strengthening inclusive education, and improving accessibility across the province. Today, the Department of Empowerment of Persons with Disabilities operates 67 special education and rehabilitation schools, 10 centers for autism rehabilitation and training, and works in partnership with 140 organizations supporting persons with disabilities. More than 1,000 teachers from 300 schools received specialized training under Inclusive Education Program, while a broader initiative has been launched to train 5,000 teachers in inclusive education methodologies. The government also expanded rehabilitation infrastructure. New CARTS facilities at Tando Muhammad Khan and Korangi have been completed, while the Sakhar Mega Complex and centers in Mirpur Khas, Karachi Central and DHA Karachi are progressing. The Sindh Institute of Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation, Ladkhana, has achieved approximately 90% completion, while a similar facility is being developed in Sakhar. Rehabilitation facilities also being expanded in Karachi, Badin, Shahadpur, Jacobabad, Moro, Daur and Mithi. To improve accessibility and opportunity, 42 digital classrooms were established for deaf students. Pakistan's largest vocational training facility for persons with disabilities was established at Korangi, and assisted devices worth Rs 800 million were distributed across Sindh. Honorable Speaker, sir, I now turn to another area where government has delivered tangible results for citizens across the province: modernizing public transport, improving mobility, and advancing sustainable transportation solutions. An efficient, affordable, and accessible transport system is essential for economic growth, social inclusion, and urban productivity. The People's Bus Service continued its successful expansion, with operational fleet reaching 290 buses and services extended to Khairpur, Shikarpur, Tando Alayar, and Hyderabad. Today, the service carries approximately 125,000 passengers daily and has served more than 1 million passengers since its launch. To improve mobility for women, the Pink Bus Service, Pakistan's first women-exclusive public transport initiative, continued to expand. The government also accelerated the transition towards green mobility. During the year, 34 electric buses became operational, while an additional 100 electric buses are being inducted into the transport network. Furthermore, procurement of the first 500 electric buses under the broader 1,000 EV bus program is being undertaken through a public-private partnership framework, making it one of the largest green transport initiatives in Pakistan. To further strengthen Karachi's transport network, the government has approved procurement of 50 modern double-decker buses at a cost of approximately rupees 4.8 billion, out of which 25 double-decker buses will be on the road in the next 3 months. The new fleet is expected to serve more than 30,000 passengers daily and will significantly enhance public transport capacity in the city. Sir, I now turn to another important pillar of our development strategy, leveraging public-private partnerships to accelerate infrastructure development, attract investment, and create new opportunities for economic growth. The Government of Sindh has successfully positioned public-private partnership as a key instrument for infrastructure development. Today, Sindh possesses the largest public-private partnership portfolio in Pakistan, valued at approximately rupees 877 billion, with projects worth rupees 190 billion under construction and a further 365 billion under procurement and investment. These projects span transportation, water supply, renewable energy, urban infrastructure, and environmental sustainability. A flagship project under this framework is the Ghotki-Kantkot Bridge, the largest bank-to-bank or longest bank-to-bank bridge across River Indus in Pakistan, spanning approximately 12.2 kilometers. The project will transform connectivity in northern Sindh. The government also launched the carbon emission reduction through forestation project, covering approximately 35,000 hectares of riverine forest in Jamshoro and Matiari district. The project will sustain climate resilience, support carbon sequestration, enhance biodiversity, and create livelihood opportunities for local people. Sir, I now turn to water security, sanitation, and public health infrastructure. Access to clean drinking water, sanitation, and reliable public health infrastructure remains essential for public health, economic well-being, and sustainable development. During the current financial year, the government continued to invest significantly in water supply, sanitation, and drainage infrastructure across Sindh. Out of 167 targeted water supply and drainage schemes, 147 schemes have been completed, while work on 146 additional schemes is progressing and is expected to be completed during the next financial year. Major achievements include the completion of ultraviolet filtration water supply project at Rattodero and significant progress on the Shahadkot water supply and drainage project, improving access to safe drinking water and sanitation service for local communities. The government is also implementing 578 water supply and sanitation schemes with an investment of approximately rupees 45.56 billion, alongside 67 rural development schemes worth rupees 5.10 billion. Sir, I now turn to the area that will determine the future competitiveness of our province, empowering our youth through technology, innovation, and digital skill. Recognizing that future economy will increasingly be driven by technology, innovation, and knowledge, the Government of Sindh has made significant investments in digital transformation, technology education, and skill development. During 2025-26, substantial progress was achieved through successful implementation of People's Information Technology Program Phase 2, one of the largest digital skill initiatives in Sindh. Sir, I'll just skip the details. They're here, and this document is part of the record of the assemblies. And I'll just, due to shortage of time, I'll just move on to two important nation-building sectors, the works and services and irrigation. In works and services, approximately rupees 146 billion has been released for the projects, including 10.94 billion for maintenance and rehabilitation. 341 schemes have been completed. 2,936 kilometer roads has been either new roads have been built or rehabilitated, almost 3,000 kilometers in the year. On the irrigation side, rupees 96 billion were released, and important achievements in the irrigation because we were particularly concerned about floods. So we focused on the floods, and as a result, the Karo Ghungro outfall drain system has achieved 69% physical progress. Soni Dhoro restoration project is almost complete. The Khairpur drainage network, restoring drainage services to approximately 142,000 acres affected by the 2022 floods, is almost complete. The Ranara Canal head breach lining has been completed. Shadi Wa small canal lining has been completed. Bulri distributory lining is almost complete. Rajwa lining is almost complete. Bahadurwa lining is almost complete. Ganjbar lining is almost complete. Gaja, Guni branch drain and Hajipur pumping stations have been physically completed substantially. And the K4 support project, the KB feeder lining, has achieved 78% physical progress and inshallah will be completed in the next financial year. So now I turn to the budget strategies and priorities for financial year 2026-27. The budget for financial year 2026-27 reflects a commitment to fiscal responsibility, economic stability, and continued investment in the welfare of our people. The total budget outlay for the coming financial year is rupees 3.562 trillion, comprising current expenditure of 2.560 trillion, a development portfolio of rupees 720.39 billion, and capital expenditure of rupees 281.7 billion. Despite significant fiscal constraints and additional national obligations, we have protected allocations for education, healthcare, irrigation, public safety, local government services, and social protection. The budget has been formulated on the principles of fiscal prudence, protection of human development, infrastructure investment, and support for vulnerable sections of the society through a balanced combination of expenditure rationalization, improved resource mobilization, and targeted investments. This budget seeks to sustain economic growth, strengthen public services, enhance climate resilience, and create opportunities for future generations across Sindh. The budget has been prepared on a balanced strategy founded on 4 principles: safeguarding Sindh's constitutional rights, maintaining fiscal sustainability, contributing to national stability, and continuing investment in the welfare of our people. Honorable Speaker, Sindh responded positively to federal government's request for cooperation towards national strategic requirements. However, from the outset, we made it clear that any support must remain fully consistent with the Constitution, protect Sindh's rights under the NFC award, and not compromise province's development priorities, fiscal sustainability, or public service delivery obligations. Following extensive negotiations, the Government of Sindh secured a comprehensive framework of constitutional and financial safeguards through an arrangement with the federal government. The most important safeguard is the full protection of Sindh's constitutional entitlement under the 7th NFC award. This arrangement explicitly secures fiscal protection mechanism through a guaranteed federal revenue assignment base of rupees 3.35 trillion. Even if federal revenues fall below this threshold, Sindh's protected share will remain insulated from such shortfalls, ensuring stability and predictability in province's finances. At the same time, any revenues collected above the projected federal revenue assignment of rupees 15.264 trillion will continue to be distributed under the NFC formula, ensuring that Sindh retains its full constitutional share in future revenue growth. Honorable Speaker, the constitutional basis for this support is rooted in Article 164 of the Constitution, which empowers the Provincial Assembly to make grants in respect of matters beyond its legislative competence. This arrangement reflects the spirit of cooperative federalism. Fulfilling these national responsibilities has not been without a cost. To accommodate this contribution while maintaining fiscal stability, the government has reduced its provincial ADB size from the projected rupees 575 billion to rupees 400 billion. Nevertheless, we have protected priority projects and essential public services that directly affect the lives of our citizens. Our objective is not merely to spend more, but to spend better. This budget therefore reflects a careful balance between national responsibility and provincial rights, between fiscal development, discipline and development ambition, and between present challenges and future opportunities. So I'll just briefly tell you our investments in various sectors. In the education sector, that remains at the heart of the government's development strategy. We are allocating rupees 601 billion for education. For health and population sector, the total allocation is rupees 402 billion. This would enable, and so we have ring-fenced funding to our flagship healthcare institutions, including NICVD, SICVD, SIUT, SICHN, JPMC and Government Institute, which collectively provide free and life-saving healthcare services to millions of patients annually. We've also ensured that our partnership with Indus Hospital Network, Child Life Foundation and Patient Aid Foundation remains insulated from fiscal pressures so that uninterrupted healthcare services continue to be available to the citizens of this province. So in the transport and communication sector, we have allocated 185 billion rupees. These investments will support the expansion of public transport system, road infrastructure, bridges and strategic connectivity projects across Sindh. Our objective is to improve mobility, reduce travel time, facilitate trade and provide safe, affordable and efficient transportation system to the people of Sindh. So in the irrigation sector, an investment of rupees 103 billion has been provided. The government will continue investing in canals, drainage systems, barrages, flood protection works and climate resilient water structure. In sanitation and public health and engineering sector, an allocation of rupees 49 billion has been earmarked, and this will enable us to ensure that drainage infrastructure and public health engineering projects improve living conditions and public health outcomes, particularly in the underserved urban and rural areas. So for local government and service delivery sector, we are allocating rupees 347.6 billion. And these resources will support municipal infrastructure, urban development, solid waste management, community services, and improvement in local service delivery across Sindh. For law and order, to maintain peace and security, an amount of 222 billion rupees is being allocated. These resources will strengthen policing, public safety, counterterrorism capabilities, safe city initiatives, and modern law enforcement infrastructure to ensure the protection of lives and property across the province. An amount of rupees 72.8 billion has been allocated for the agriculture, livestock and fisheries sector, which remain a priority for us. For energy, climate and environmental sector, rupees 84 billion has been earmarked. For minorities and women development sector, rupees 3.5 billion has been provided, and these allocations have been ring-fenced and protected from expenditure rationalization measures. The government remains committed to empowering women, promoting gender equality, supporting economic participation, and ensuring that minority communities continue to receive the support and opportunities they deserve as equal citizens of Pakistan. For persons with disabilities, an investment of rupees 22.8 billion is earmarked. Despite physical challenges, funding for disability-related programs has been fully protected. The government will continue investing in rehabilitation services. For the social protection sector, an amount of rupees 26.4 billion has been earmarked. Honorable Speaker, the budget 2026-27 is therefore not merely a program of expenditures. It is carefully prioritized investment strategy designed to protect human development, strengthen infrastructure, improve connectivity, enhance water security, promote economic growth, and create opportunities for future generations. Every rupee has been directed towards projects that deliver the highest social and economic return for the people of Sindh. Honorable Speaker, sir, having outlined our strategy for the year ahead, I now turn to a series of transformational initiatives that will shape the next phase of Sindh's development and create new opportunities for investment, employment and prosperity. And so I would like to mention These initiatives were done under the guidance of Chairman Pakistan People's Party, Mr. Bilawal Bhutto Zardari, and President of Pakistan, Mr. Asif Ali Zardari. And when I talk about them, you will know where we are going to. From our normal day-to-day development work, we are now thinking big, and we are thinking international, and I'll come to that now. Sir, our previous achievements in public-private partnership provide a strong foundation for the future. Today, we stand at the threshold of a new phase of development, one that seeks not only to address current challenges, but also to unlock the immense economic potential of Sindh. Every generation is presented with a defining opportunity that shapes its economic destiny for decades to come. And I believe, sir, that moment for the province of Sindh is now. The government of Sindh believes that the time has come not merely to build projects, but to lay foundations of a new economic future. The initiatives that I am about to announce are therefore not conventional development schemes. They are long-term strategic investments designed to transform Sindh into a globally connected hub of trade, finance, technology, energy, and sustainable growth. So the government of Sindh, through its pioneering public-private partnership framework, established one of the most dynamic and successful PPP portfolios in the region, spanning critical sectors for the economy and infrastructure. Through sustained commitment to innovation, transparency, and private sector participation, Sindh has emerged as a leading PPP jurisdiction, earning both national and international recognition. The global standing of Sindh's public-private partnership program is reflected in recognition by the 10th United Nations Economic Commission for Europe for PPP forums, which published case studies on 4 PPP projects undertaken by the government of Sindh. During the year, the internationally renowned publication, The Asset, conferred the prestigious PPP Deal of the Year award on the Sindh Riverine Forestation Project, further demonstrating the quality, innovation, and global relevance of Sindh's PPP initiative. Earlier, The Economist ranked Sindh's PPP project the 6th best PPP program in Asia, a distinction that continues to underscore the province's leadership in innovative infrastructure financing and public delivery. The Sindh's public-private partnership program has been acknowledged by the Federal Finance Minister as a trailblazer in PPP development and received appreciation from the Prime Minister of Pakistan. The success of Sindh's PPP framework has received recognition at both national and international level. Most recently, during the National Economic Council meeting held on the 10th of June 2026, the achievements of the government of Sindh's PPP unit were formally appreciated by the National Economic Council, and the government of Sindh was requested to share its experience and provide guidance to other provinces to accelerate implementation of PPP projects across Pakistan. This recognition reflects Sindh's leadership in infrastructure development, innovative financing, and efficient project delivery. Mr. Speaker, sir, building on this strong foundation, the government of Sindh is now embarking upon the next phase of PPP's journey. The focus is no longer merely on expanding the portfolio. Our focus is now on undertaking transformational and strategically significant projects that will redefine Sindh's economic landscape, accelerated growth, strength, competitiveness, and create a more enabling environment for investment, business, and sustainable development. The initiatives that I am about to announce represent this new generation of PPP projects. They are designed not only to address present-day infrastructure needs, but to position Sindh as a leading center of trade, finance, technology, energy, and innovation for decades to come. Sindh has always led from the front. It was the vision of Shahid Zulfikar Ali Bhutto that led to the establishment of Port Qasim, which today handles nearly 40% of Pakistan's maritime trade. Most recently, Sindh became the first province to develop an airport through its own resources in the Thar region. These achievements demonstrate that when Sindh combines vision with determination, transformational changes become possible. Building upon this legacy, the government is embarking upon the next phase of its development journey. Sir, I am proud to announce that the Sindh government is going to undertake the Keti Bandar Maritime and Economic Corridor. Throughout history, great cities and prosperous economies have emerged around ports, trade routes and maritime gateways. The development of Keti Bandar represents Sindh with a once-in-a-generation opportunity to create an economic growth pole on the southern coastline of the province. So I remind you that this project was conceived by Shaheed Mohtarma Benazir Bhutto during her government from 1993 to 96, and it is now that the government of Sindh is by itself taking this project to fruition. Guided by the vision articulated by President Asif Ali Zardari, the government has initiated the process of evaluating Keti Bandar as a future maritime, logistic, industrial and energy hub of regional significance. An internationally benchmarked integrated economic viability assessment will be undertaken to evaluate the development of a modern coastal economic corridor incorporating port infrastructure, industrial zones, logistic and warehousing facilities, export-oriented manufacturing clusters, energy infrastructure, and multimodal transport connectivity. The assessment will also examine strategic links with the Dhabeji Special Economic Zone, Thar's energy and mineral resources, and emerging regional trade corridors. Our vision extends far beyond the development of a port. We envision a new economic ecosystem that can generate investment, industrialization, export, and employment for the generations to come. The successful development of Keti Bandar has the potential to transform the economic geography of Sindh in much the same way that Port Qasim transformed the economic landscape of Pakistan several decades ago. We expect that the federal government will support the government of Sindh in this big leap forward. So the next important initiative that we are undertaking is creation of the Sindh Infrastructure Financial Center in the city of Karachi. Karachi has long been the commercial and financial heart of Pakistan. It hosts the country's largest banks, capital markets, financial institutions, and corporate headquarters. As Pakistan's gateway to international trade and investment, Karachi possesses all the ingredients necessary to emerge as a leading regional financial center. Building upon this historic strength and leveraging Sindh's internationally recognized expertise in developing innovative public-private partnership projects, I am pleased to announce that the government of Sindh has initiated the process for establishing the Sindh International Financial Center as a world-class platform for investment, finance, innovation, and dispute resolution. The government envisions this center as a modern financial ecosystem that will facilitate domestic and international investment, strengthen investor confidence, and support the mobilization of capital for infrastructure work. For the establishment of this center in consultation with national and international stakeholders, financial institutions, investors, and development partners. Here again, I seek the support of the federal government, as without their support, this would not be possible. We would take the initiative, we will do the groundwork, we only need their support to, inshallah, construct this Sindh Investment Financial Center in Karachi. The proposed center will seek to position Karachi as a leading regional hub for infrastructure finance, Islamic finance, climate finance, financial technology, and international commercial services. The initiative will also explore the establishment of modern commercial courts, international arbitration and mediation facilities, and investor-friendly regulatory frameworks aimed at ensuring speedy dispute resolution, greater certainty in commercial transactions, and enhanced investor confidence. Through the center, the government aims to attract global capital, create high-value employment opportunities, strengthen Karachi's competitiveness, and reinforce Sindh's role as a gateway for investment and economic growth in Pakistan and the wider region. For the successful establishment of this strategic investment, the government will work closely with the federal government and relevant national institutions to develop an enabling legal, regulatory, and investment framework. This will include streamlined investor onboarding, facilitation of visas and licensing, efficient regulatory approvals, competitive investment incentives, and mechanisms to facilitate cross-border capital flows. 3 potential sites within Karachi's commercial corridors have already been identified, and we are working at finalizing the site. To translate this vision into reality, funds have been earmarked in the budget for preparation of an internationally bankable feasibility study and implementation framework. So this Sindh International Financial Center is not merely a real estate or an infrastructure project. It is a strategic initiative to position Karachi amongst the emerging financial centers of the region, attract global investment, deepen financial markets, and create new opportunities for future generations. It represents our ambition to connect Sindh with global markets, global innovation, and global opportunity. And this opportunity exists right now because of the Middle East crisis. The Keti Bandar port and the Sindh Investment Financial Center are bound to succeed if we are able to do it right. The next economic transformation will be driven not by traditional industry alone. Sir, I go to the next major initiative, which is the Sindh Green Data Infrastructure Initiative. So the next great economic transformation will be driven not by traditional industries alone, but by data, artificial intelligence, cloud computing, and digital infrastructure. Across the world, governments and businesses are investing billions of dollars in data centers and digital ecosystems that power the modern economy. The demand for computing power, digital storage, artificial intelligence applications, and cloud services is growing at an unprecedented pace. Sindh is uniquely positioned to capitalize on this opportunity. Our province possesses some of the most attractive renewable energy resources in the region, with solar irrigation levels ranging from approximately 5.5 to 6.5 kilowatt hour per square meter per day. Areas around Karachi and Hyderabad offer immense potential for solar energy generation, while the Jampir wind corridor has already established itself as one of South Asia's most promising wind energy zones. Furthermore, the successful development of the Thar energy project demonstrates Sindh's institutional capacity, technical expertise, and commitment to undertake large-scale energy initiatives. Recognizing these advantages, the rapidly growing global demand for digital infrastructure, I am pleased to announce that the Government of Sindh has initiated work on the Sindh Green Data Infrastructure Initiative. Under this initiative, the government will undertake the necessary planning, regulatory facilitation, and infrastructure development required to establish a dedicated renewable energy parks and technology zones capable of supporting large-scale data centers and digital infrastructure investments. The proposed initiative will integrate renewable energy generation, transmission infrastructure, international digital connectivity, data center parks, and investment facilitation within designated technology and energy zones across the province. By leveraging indigenous solar and wind resource, Sindh aims to attract domestic and international technology companies, cloud service providers, artificial intelligence enterprises, computing operators, and data center developers seeking reliable, affordable, and environmentally sustainable location for digital operations. The initiative will also support the establishment of dedicated data center facilities powered primarily through renewable energy source, creating a new generation of clean energy, digital infrastructure that strengthens economic competitiveness while advancing climate and sustainability objectives. So the benefits of these initiatives will extend far beyond the digital sector, while renewable energy generation will primarily support data centers and technology infrastructures. Surplus clean energy can also be utilized for desalination facilities, water treatment plants, industrial estates, and special economic zones, including Nooriabad Industrial Zone, Side Karachi, Kurangi Industrial Area, Port Qasim Industrial Area, and the Dhabeji Special Economic Zone. This integrated approach will reduce energy costs, improve sustainability, and enhance the competitiveness of industrial and economic activity across Sindh. The initiative is expected to attract private investment, create high-powered, valued employment opportunities for our youth, strengthen digital infrastructure, and accelerate Sindh's transition towards a knowledge-based economy. To fully realize this vision, the government will engage with the federal government and relevant regulatory authorities to facilitate reforms that enable direct green energy offtake arrangements and remove regulatory barriers to investment in renewable energy-powered digital infrastructure. Sir, regarding energy security, renewable transition and solar empowerment, we also have a few new initiatives. Energy has always been the foundation of economic growth and human development. For many years, Pakistan has faced severe energy shortages that constrained industrial growth, discouraged investment, and imposed hardship on ordinary citizens. At this critical juncture, the government of Sindh took a bold visionary decision to unlock the vast coal reserves of Thar. Through successful developments, the Sindh Agro Coal Mining Company and the broader Thar coal projects, Sindh transformed the dormant natural resource into a strategic national asset. Today, Thar coal is contributing thousands of megawatts of affordable energy to the national grid, strengthening Pakistan's energy security and reducing dependence on imported fuels. Building upon this success, the government is now undertaking another major initiative to the development of rail-linked transportation of Thar coal, which will further improve efficiency, reduce logistic costs, and support future industrial development. We are undertaking this project in collaboration with the federal government. Honorable Speaker, while coal helped Pakistan address immediate energy needs and strengthen national energy security, the future belongs to cleaner and more sustainable sources of energy. Fortunately, Sindh is blessed with some of the most abundant renewable energy resource in the region. The province possesses world-class solar potential and is home to the Jampir Wind Corridor, one of the largest wind energy corridors in South Asia. Having successfully harnessed the power of Thar, the government is now embarking upon the next phase of Sindh's energy journey by unlocking its vast solar and wind potential. We've utilized indigenous coal resources to address energy crisis and power economic growth. We must now utilize indigenous renewable sources to build a cleaner, more sustainable and more affordable energy future. In pursuance of this vision, I am pleased to announce one of the largest household renewable energy programs in Pakistan. Under this initiative, 275,000 free solar home systems have been procured at the cost of rupees 18 billion for distribution among deserving households belonging to the poorest segments of the society. For thousands of families, particularly those facing economic hardship, this program will reduce electricity costs, improve energy access, and enhance quality of life. At the same time, the government recognizes that energy affordability is also a challenge for middle-class households. Therefore, through a partnership between the Sindh Enterprise Development Fund and the Sindh Bank, we are launching an innovative solar financing program to enable middle-income families to install rooftop solar systems through subsidized financing arrangements. This initiative will allow households to reduce electricity bills, achieve greater energy independence, and participate in clean energy transition without facing significant upfront costs. Sir, agriculture is the backbone of our economy, and we are giving special focus to agriculture. So the prosperity of Sindh is inseparable from the prosperity of its farmers. Agriculture remains the backbone of Sindh's economy, yet nearly 93% of farmers cultivate small landholdings, limiting their ability to access modern machinery, efficient irrigation systems, affordable financing, and competitive markets. To address this challenge, I am pleased to announce that the government will introduce a necessary legislation, a landmark reform designed to empower small farmers through legally recognized, democratic, and farmer-led agricultural collectives. The objective of this initiative is simple but transformative. To enable farmers to achieve the benefit of scale without surrendering ownership of their land, farmers will continue to own and cultivate their individual holdings while voluntarily joining together to access machinery, technology, finance, storage, processing facilities, and marketing on collective basis. The government will act as a facilitator, regulator, and enabler. The most important feature of this initiative is access to finance. Financing will be channeled through commercial banks, development finance institutions, and partner organizations. Farmers themselves will decide which machinery, technologies, and services best suit their needs, creating a demand-driven and farmer-owned model of agricultural modernization. For the first time, registered agricultural collectives will be recognized as bankable entities capable of accessing subsidized credit, lease financing, crop insurance, and asset insurance. Through this initiative, farmers will gain access to tractors, harvesters, laser land leveling, drip irrigation, solar-powered tube wells, drone-based services, storage facilities, processing infrastructure, and modern market linkages at a scale previously beyond their reach. This reform has the potential to transform fragmented farming into organized, technology-enabled, and market-linked agriculture, increase productivity, strengthen climate resilience, improve water efficiency, and raise rural incomes across Sindh. It is a new model of rural empowerment that places farmers themselves at the center of development and creates a pathway towards a more productive, prosperous, and sustainable agriculture future of Sindh. So another concept that we are working on is integrated waste to value and circular economy program. Rapid urbanization presents both challenges and opportunities. As our cities continue to grow, the need for sustainable and efficient waste management system becomes increasingly important. Over the years, the government of Sindh has made significant investments in municipal solid waste, particularly in the collection and transportation of waste from major urban centers. Building upon these efforts, we are now ready to move towards the next stage of reform. I am pleased to announce the government intends to develop an integrated waste to value program under the public-private partnership framework. Transforming waste management from municipal service into an initiative will move beyond conventional waste collection and disposal by focusing on scientific processing, treatment and recovery of value from municipal solid waste. This will include the production of refuse-derived fuels, recycling of recoverable materials, and other waste-to-resource initiatives capable of generating economic returns while reducing environmental impact. The program will also incorporate modern landfill gas management systems to capture methane emission from existing and future landfill sites. These measures will contribute towards reducing greenhouse gas emissions, improving environmental outcomes, and strengthening climate resilience. Honourable Speaker, a key feature of this initiative is its potential to create new revenue streams through resource recovery and carbon monetization. I'll just skip and I'll go to the next section here. It's given in detail. So, taken together, these initiatives represent a new phase in Sindh's economic development. Keti Bandar will strengthen Sindh's role in regional trade. The Sindh International Financial Centre will connect Sindh to global capitals. The Green Data Infrastructure Initiative will position Sindh within the digital economy of the future. Renewable energy and solarization will support energy security and affordability. The agricultural collective initiatives will strengthen productivity and prosperity in rural Sindh. The Waste to Value program will promote environmental sustainability and circular economic growth. Together, these flagship initiatives are designed to expand opportunities, attract investment, and build the foundations of long-term economic growth across the province. Sir, we are always aware of protecting the most vulnerable. Our pro-poor and social protection initiatives. At a time when rising living costs continue to affect households across the province, the Government of Sindh remains committed to protecting the most vulnerable segments of the society. Accordingly, I am pleased to announce a package of pro-poor social protection initiatives amounting to Rs 13.2 billion. These initiatives include Kitchen Garden Initiative, Benazir Harikart Program, Benazir Women Agriculture Workers Program, Orphan and Widow Support Program. Sir, I now turn to measures aimed at providing relief to workers, employees and pensioners. Honourable Speaker, sir, economic growth must translate into improved living standards for workers, employees and pensioners. The government recognizes that despite improving economic indicators, many households continue to face pressures from rising living costs. Workers, salaried employees and pensioners have contributed significantly to the progress and stability of our society and deserve support during challenging economic conditions. Accordingly, the government has decided to provide relief to both public and private sector workers. Honourable Speaker, there will be no new taxes in the next financial year 2026-27. The Finance Act proposes a number of targeted relief measures to support education, employment, insurance and agriculture. Sales tax on education support services including education consultancy, testing and evaluation services being reduced to 5%. The reduced 5% tax rate on recruiting agents for overseas employment is being extended for a further 2 years, beauty parlors and salons integrated with the point of sale system will continue to benefit from the concessional 8% tax rate, while certain donor-funded development projects also being given tax relief. To promote insurance coverage and resolve outstanding disputes, the tax rate on insurance agents and brokers is proposed to be reduced from 5% to 2 to 3%, while tax exemption threshold for life insurers is being increased from ₹500,000 to ₹3.5 million. For agricultural sector, penalties for non-filing of agriculture income tax returns are being rationalized. The agriculture super tax exemption threshold is being enhanced, and ₹150 million to ₹500 million, from ₹150 million to ₹500 million, and the tax rate is being reduced from 10 to 8%. These measures will provide meaningful relief, encourage compliance, and support economic growth in Sindh. Mr. Speaker, sir, I am pleased to announce that the Cabinet today has recommended that the minimum wage be enhanced from the current ₹40,000 per month to ₹43,000 per month. This will come into effect July 1, 2026 after going through the regulatory process. Sir, I am also pleased to announce that all government employees shall receive a 7% increase in basic pay with effect from 1st of July 2026. And sir, we will ensure that the lowest pay of our grade 1 officers, employees is at least ₹43,000, the minimum pay. Furthermore, all pensioners shall receive a 7% increase in pension with effect from 1st of July 2026. So these measures reflect government's continued commitment to supporting workers, honouring pensioners, and helping households cope with rising living costs. Honourable Speaker, sir, as I conclude, this budget is not merely a statement of receipts and expenditures. It reflects our priorities, our aspirations, and our commitment to the people of Sindh. The budget for financial year 2026-27 has been prepared at a time of global uncertainty, economic challenges, and rapid technological changes. Yet, it is also a time of opportunity. Over the past year, we protected development spending, strengthened public services, supported vulnerable households, expanded infrastructure, invested in human capital, and laid the foundation for future growth. Sir, our vision is clear. We want a Sindh where every child has access to quality education, every family has access to quality health care, and every young person has an opportunity to realize his or her potential. A Sindh where farmers, workers, entrepreneurs, and investors can prosper. A Sindh connected through modern infrastructure, strengthened by innovation, and prepared for opportunities of the digital economy. A Sindh where development reaches every district, every community, and every citizen. So this budget is guided by 3 enduring principles: protecting citizens, investing in people, and building for the future. These principles will continue to guide our efforts as we work towards a more prosperous, inclusive, and resilient Sindh. The people of Sindh have always demonstrated extraordinary resilience, determination, and optimism in the face of challenges. With unity, hard work, and a shared sense of purpose, I am confident that together we can build a stronger Sindh and contribute to a stronger Pakistan. This budget is a commitment to our people, a commitment to opportunity, and a commitment to future generations. So a number of people have worked very hard in order to put together this document, which is a futuristic document. We're not talking about just projects, we are talking about visions of the future. And I'd like to acknowledge them, but I'll just wait till my winding speech, because this is a very long list, and I've already taken up a lot of everybody's time. And if I start naming those people now, it'll take a long time. So let me wait and till my winding up speech. But I would want to acknowledge all those people, and I'll do it at the end. So with these words, I announce that the annual budget for financial year 26-27 to this Honourable House for its consideration and approval. Sindh Sada Abad, Pakistan Paindabad. Thank you very much.
Honourable Chief Minister may please make the motion regarding introduction of the Sindh Finance Bill 2026. Sorry.
Sir, I rise to introduce the Sindh Finance Bill 2026.
The Sindh Finance Bill 2026 is introduced. Now, Honourable Chief Minister may please make the motion in respect of consideration of the Sindh Finance Bill 2026.
Sir, I rise to move a motion that the Sindh Finance Bill 2026 be taken into consideration on Sunday, the 28th of June 2026.
The motion is that the Sindh Finance Bill 2026 be taken into consideration on Sunday, the 28th of June 2026. Now I put the motion to the House. Those who are for the motion may say aye.
Aye.
Those who are against it may say no. Ayes have it, ayes have it. And the Sindh Finance Bill 2026 will be taken into consideration on the Sunday, 28th of June 2026. जी नासिर शाह साहब आपने कुछ कहा? Now the House is adjourned to meet again on Friday, the 19th June 2026 at 10 a.m.